great to see you all. Y'all look so beautiful. We were walking in and we're like, okay, this is amazing. Are you having fun at SacAnime? Yes! Sweet! I'm so excited you guys are here. How has it been for you, Kenny?
This has been pretty nutsy for me. I'm still relatively new to cons myself, and this is definitely the largest turnout I've been to, and it has been a blast. Everybody here, the staff has been amazing, and you fans have been absolutely incredible. You guys are the friendliest people.
Yeah.
So this is my first time doing a SacAnime, obviously, and it's the first time I've ever been to Sacramento, and this place is great. The view from my hotel room is sweet.
And we get Joe. Are you moderating, Joe?
I am moderating. Thank you.
Thank
you for allowing me to.
He's very moderate.
He's moderate. Yeah, we just wanted to thank you, though. This is my very first con ever. And yeah, thank you.
See what we do for you guys?
And I did not know what to expect or anything. And it's the first time I've been with Charles and Kenny, all three of us together. And we're just having the best time. As we want to come back right away. We're like, this is the best. So thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
I know.
it's a pleasure.
I know. It's kind of like we're kind of like reeling you in. We're like, can we get Samantha? Come on.
Yes.
It's fun.
I'm glad you came.
It is really fun.
It's fun,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. I'm glad we roped you into it.
Oh, Bowser.
Or more, I guess that should have been more like.
It's the faces. It's like, oh my God, he just did it. He just had my Bowser.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So what you guys been up to? I mean, you were here yesterday and today, and
Yes.
what have you been up to besides? You got anything fun that you can talk about, or what you've been up to? Things that you've been doing besides
things?
Nintendo?
We're not really allowed to talk about stuff coming up.
I can't talk about that. They'll kill me.
But Kenny had a really an interesting story yesterday as you were talking about how you actually got discovered as Bowser. And I did not know that. That was a really cool story. How many of you guys know how Kenny became the actor for Bowser? You guys? Okay,
See,
there's enough
a
people
few.
who don't. There's only two, so or
Okay.
three. Okay, do you guys want to hear it?
Okay, you guys.
Cool. All right.
Story time.
It seems like the vast majority doesn't know. So, I mean, it's a story of accidental discovery. So, back in about 2001 or so, when the interwebs were still starting to grow, and I went and got a website, and I was like, I'm gonna get www.kennyjames.com, and I'm gonna be a voice actor.
And then he waited.
And you wait, and you wait, because you can't do it, you know, you can't just, it won't fall in your lap, not completely. Well, eventually, I did get a little bit of buzz going, and there was a guy in Canada who was paying me $8 a line for things he was using for answering machine stuff. He would just pay me on PayPal. And I was like, he'll never pay me anyway. So I would send him files, and then, oh, look at this. Hey, this guy paid me. I'm like, I'm a professional voice actor.
Was this like those 800 number, like goofy tape?
You know, I don't exactly know what he was using them for, but what I wasn't doing like, hi, this is Bob's answering machine message or anything like that. It was like, hey, Scoob, answer the phone. And, you know, and I was doing impersonations. You know, he'd be like, you know, do this, do that. I'd be like, okay. Well, I was working for Suburban Propane. I was selling, yes.
Propane and propane accessories?
If you guys have any propane
I'm gonna one-up you on
questions,
that.
he can help
do it.
you.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I used to sell propane and propane accessories. I'll tell you what. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Well, while I was Hank Hilling about, we were working a job, and the customer overheard me talking to my service partner about doing these little voiceover things. And she goes, oh, you do voices? And I'm like, yeah, I also hear voices. But that's a different story, mostly. And she passed my name and my little website. I had a demo produced back then that was horribly long. It was like 3 1/4 minutes, way long for a demo. And she played it for a 14-year-old, and the 14-year-old dug it. He was like, that guy's funny, you know, and I was like, oh, sweet. So she sends it over to the studio where Nintendo does their recording, or at least Nintendo of America. And the production manager there began sending me auditions. I auditioned for Sly Cooper 3 characters. I didn't get any of them.
Aww.
I was sad.
Aww.
And then I get the Bowser thing, and they were recasting, and I still don't know exactly why. People ask me, I don't know. And I can do Bowser audition, and I had reference tapes from the previous Bowser. And I sent it in, and I thought, that's it. There won't be anything, another cricket session, you know. And lo and behold, I get an email that says, you got the job. And I was like, no way. I was like, so cool. I'm going to be rich, and I'm going to be able to just travel the world. That doesn't happen. But I did become Bowser, and now it has been 14 years and almost 40 game titles, so I'll never catch up to Charles, but that's the way it happened. And speaking of Charles.
Come on, Charles.
Come on up, Charles.
Let's hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charles Martinet.
I don't know if this one's on. Oh, I think it's the one down there at the end.
Go down there at the end.
Come on down.
Sorry about that.
Got water for you and everything.
Sitting next to me
Yeah.
anyway.
Actually here.
There you go.
Hello, it's me, Mario. Mamma mia, you number one. And Luigi too. Luigi number one. Luigi number one.
See, I told you, that's just what
Have
Charles...
a rotten day. Yahoo. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Mommy said say something nice. And well, Luigi, I always go last. Way. And baby Luigi, and baby Mario, let's go. Yahoo! Hello. Yay. Fantastic to be here. Thank you, guys. Sorry to be late. Sorry to be late. I'm so glad that you guys just started.
That's okay. I held them captive while you were gone.
Yay.
The one thing you didn't do, you haven't done your Bowser sound. If you,
Yeah, you guys want to
you
hear
guys,
that?
do you want to hear it?
Thank you.
So how many of you guys have seen Charles at a previous con?
All of them.
Oh, but many know. So this is your first time, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, it's great. I'm so happy to be here. If I may just say, thank you all very much. I always say this because, first of all, thank you to SacAnime for bringing us here. It's so fantastic. We get to come and meet you. So thanks to SacAnime. Absolutely. And absolutely most important, of course, for me is for all of us is Nintendo. Thank you very much, Nintendo. But even beyond that is you. Thank you all so much. Your love of the game, your joy, your sense of fun is what gives us all the opportunity to do these games and to do what we love to do. And I'm sure the three of us, I'll just go on forever, so never mind. But, you know, we get to do what we love to do in life, and that's do these voices and play and have fun in our little sandbox called the Sound Studio. And it's what I wish for everybody, is whatever it is that makes you joyful and happy and have a sense of meaning and fun, that's what I hope you do, you know? And we all of us get in our own way of some of the fulfillment of life destiny. But if you follow your heart and stay on your own path and seek your passions and your joy, like coming to something like this, you'll find that life just has a way of working, and that's what I'm hoping for everybody here. And also, thank you very much for playing my games. Thank you.
Yeah, I really get a kick out of seeing how many people actually get so much enjoyment out of Bowser's Bowserness, for any lack of any other word. It's great. I really appreciate that.
You know what's been fun too is hearing how good you are at doing voices. How many of you, as you're playing the games, you can make the voice sound exactly like it? I heard a bunch of you today, and it is amazing. You know, and that's
Be
just
careful.
one of the. It's fun. Yeah, you might get hired. So, yeah, just thanks for being cool like that. That's really neat to hear. And I don't know. Do we want to grab a couple questions?
Oh, yeah, we can
What
definitely
you
do
think?
that.
Shall we?
So, yeah.
See what's
come
on your
on up.
mind. If you have questions, pop in line.
Are you going to freak out again?
Don't be shy. Hi.
Hi there.
What's your name? Hi, Hope. Come
I
on
don't know
up.
if that mic's on.
She's
If
so
you
petite.
just tilt it down towards your mouth so it aims right at your mouth.
They set that mic for
That-
Charles.
Oops, that'll do it. You can just
Look how
hold
tall
it too.
is.
That works too.
Is it okay? Is it on? Okay, there we go.
Roadies.
Okay. Aw, it's okay.
How did you become a voice actor and voicing Super Mario in the Nintendo games? Charles Martinet.
Thank you very much, Charles Martinet. How did I become the voice of Mario? Well, I had been an actor for many years, but my initial intention was to go into law school, and then when that didn't look right for me, I started doing acting work. I did acting in theater for 10 years, studied in England, came back, did theater. Couldn't stand doing theater to a certain point because it was just so, it was just. I had too much angst at the time. And so I started doing other work all over the place, doing corporate videos, corporate voice things. And then one day I was doing what actors do, sitting at the beach waiting for the phone to ring. And those days it was a pager. And my little pager went off and I went, oh boy, my friend, maybe I'll go have lunch or dinner. And it was a friend, he said, you've got to go crash this audition. It's for a job in Las Vegas. I said, there's no way I would ever crash an audition. I'm a professional actor. Where? And I went. And so I was walking in the door as the producer was walking out the door, and I said, hi, can I read for this? And there was literally that moment of like, all right, come on in. We're going to set the camera up. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn for a company called Nintendo. This guy's name is Mario. And we're going to start the camera. You just make up a voice, make up a video game. You're going to be doing a real-time animation thing in Las Vegas, and we have no idea if it's going to work or not. They'll see Mario, but you'll have a hidden camera, hidden microphone. If it doesn't work, you still have to talk all day. So just do stuff, and then when you run out of things to say, that's it. And I thought, Italian plumber from Brooklyn, get out of my face, I'm working here, or something. And I thought, well, that would not be fun to do all day. And what if there are kids there? I want to be something happy and friendly. So I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew in the theater 10 years before. And I thought, well, nice Italian guy, talk like this. And I thought, maybe I'll do something like that. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know anything about video games except for waka, 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 waka. And I thought, well, I'll just make something up about food. So I suddenly heard the action, and I said, hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I get some spaghetti. We put spaghetti in the sausage and a pizza, spaghetti in the sausage, and then I chase you the pizza. And if I catch you the pizza, you got to eat the pizza. Yeah. And I thought he'd say, well, thank you very much. That's nice. And he didn't, so I said, then we're making another pizza. And you chase me with the pizza, and you catch me the pizza, then I'm going to eat the pizza. And then we're going to make a lasagna. And I went through every, we're coming up and down, chasing each other in the lasagna pan. Then we're going to make tortellini, fettuccine, and I ran out of pastas in my brain, so I just started making things up that ended in ini and ano and unu, And I just kept going and going. And it's like running around, and then, until I finally heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more tape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. And I thought that was like, that for the actor means there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. And I left, and I went back to the beach, watched the sunset. He gets on the phone. I found our Mario. I got him. And that was the only tape that he sent. And that was 27 or 28 or 29 years ago of absolute joy and fun. Thank you. So you can never tell. I always say live your dreams, but you don't always know what they are. But I always knew I wanted to make my mom laugh, and I always want to make people smile and be happy. So that's why I say, do what you love to do, because when you're doing something you love to do, it just suddenly things happen. David Tennant is the only person I've ever met in my life who was 5 years old, and he saw a Doctor Who episode, and he said, I want to be him when I grow up. He's the only one. The rest of us, you don't know. And then, but when you're happy and you're doing what you love, it's like an opportunity happens. And that's what I believe in is the style of causation of resonance. When you're being happy, great things come. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lovely question. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you, Ho.
I'm sorry I don't know how to answer it short. But thank
I
you.
like what you said too, because for me, I work hard to reach for my dream, work on my goals and everything, and you have to work hard to reach your dream.
Absolutely, you gotta reach for your goals. The biggest secret of acting to me is to focus on whatever it is that the character's focusing on, like a dog chasing a ball on the beach. It's like all he wants to do is get the ball. He's not thinking, what if my tail should waggle? Or if my master likes it, my tail was, and they're not going, oh, you didn't run fast enough to get that ball. It's just ball, 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 you know? And
Oh, I stepped on a jellyfish.
Sorry. when you're doing that, things happen, you know? And there's lots more. Obviously, life is really complex, but you know, starting with your own personal happiness and being your own best friend is a great place to start for achieving those goals.
Yes.
Yeah, and best of luck to you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good job.
Come
Yay.
on up.
Look at you! What a great cosplay! Wow.
All right, I'm gonna try not to stand like girl again if I can take the votes from that. Anyways, I originally intended for this question to go more to Charles Martinet, but since they asked us to keep this more general, I'll just keep that part out of it. So across every game you guys have ever played a role in, which one was your most favorite, though?
Favorite game
Yes.
that we voiced?
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't said anything in a while. You go.
Yeah, I thought you were looking at me. I'm like,
Oh yeah, no, that would have been a
I
great
thought
joke,
you
and
were
it
looking
went
at
right
me.
over.
Yeah.
My own joke went right over my own head.
Yeah.
Bowser's not too bright.
Good thing he's got a great personality, though, huh?
Yeah.
You know, we love all of them, and there's something that's kind of like, well, I can say that for me, is when you do it, it's fresh. You know, there are new ideas and new things that you're doing, and that's kind of fun. And then the challenge of how are you going to interpret this, and so. Yeah, usually I like all of them. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the original Mario Kart. You know, I love that. But you know, thanks. Yeah, I've got one friend over there.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're all fun, and it's all brand new. So it's pretty sweet. I know. What would you say?
My answer always goes to 3D World.
No.
So you either really like the game or you heard my story. I don't know which, but 3D World because of Meowser. Meowser was a great challenge for me. They had no idea what the version of Bowser would sound like. I asked them, "What do you want?" And they said, "We don't know." And I was like, "Okay, good. Give me a second." So you come up with something just on the cuff, yeah. And so, because of inventing Meowser and the way he looks, I'm picking 3D World.
Charles?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I love you know,
loves
to
them
me,
all.
I love it all. And when I first see it, it's just so charming to me. When I see Galaxy, I get goosebumps. When I saw Super Mario 3D World, I'm like, I just giggled, you know. Super Mario Bros. Wii, I just, you know. I mean, I just sit there giggling and laughing. And Odyssey is just so brilliant with Cappy. And Mario 64, the first full title game that I
Oh
did.
my God, yes!
You know, it's all just so many great memories, thanks to Nintendo, thanks to fellow actors that we all just try to just do our very best to play the very small part that we have. But it's like, yippee! Thank you.
Good question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi
Champ.
there. Nice hat, bro.
So thank you for coming again.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So my question is, how is it like seeing another version of yourself when you did the game of Mario and Luigi Pepper Jam.
How was it like to see another version of myself when I saw what?
When there was another version of the Pepper version.
Oh, Panda?
Paper Mario.
The Paper Mario?
Paper.
Paper Mario? Super Paper Mario. I love Paper Mario. It's fantastic. It's really great, you know? Love it.
It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. It's so fascinating, you know. I'm lucky for me. I'm just a voice actor. I could never create a game or anything. I couldn't have the focus and concentration for it. You know, I'm like, every day I'm gonna write. Oh, look, a butterfly. You know, and then I'm gone. So I just so admire that level of creativity and the motivation and discipline it takes to do it. I'm just amazed by the creative teams at Nintendo. Yeah. Amazed.
Thanks, champ.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
All right.
Thank you.
I like that backpack.
I do too.
Yeah. And the hat. Hi there.
Hi there. I gotta say, it's an honor to be in front of all three of you. You're all awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is for Charles and Samantha. As your characters Luigi and Toad, what was it like working together for Luigi's Mansion?
Well,
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing, and a lot of people think that, and we would love it if it was true, that we all get together and we do these games together, you know, in a room, kind of bouncing off each other and things like that. The way it normally works is we're in a room by ourselves, and there's some guys on the other side of it who are all the directors and writers, and they're coaching us and going, here's the line. Sometimes we'll see some of the video. And but we don't actually get to work together, so it's a surprise for us when we see the game at the end and go, "Oh wow,
yeah,
awesome!" You know, and
yeah.
it's brand new to us because I don't know what he's gonna do all the time, and he doesn't know what I'm gonna do. So it's
sometimes I hear her lines, so I know how to
Right.
respond to it, and she hears mine, knowing how to respond. But you know, acting is so different today than it used to be. It used to be, you know, a bunch of actors in a room all going at it. Now it's just it's very individual. So. We don't know till we see it, but it's really fun when we do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And you had a good point too. You were saying about, because it is interesting when you have some guys on the other side of the glass and they're coaching you and they're telling you to say a certain line, and you say it, and the reaction, silence.
Yeah. Sometimes you work really hard on something and you go,
Good.
and you're looking through the glass and you hear nothing because you can't hear through the glass. And they're sitting in there and they're doing this.
Talking to each other.
And you start to get paranoid.
You start sweating, like you literally start pitting out.
Or at least
you know?
I do. I get to the point where I'm like, oh man, that must have really been bad.
Yeah.
They're in there, you know, ordering tuna
Pizza.
sandwiches or something, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. They're going like this. No, I can't stand pizza again today. You know,
And you're like,
thinking,
oh, no.
Yeah, you think they're saying, this is the worst
And then
actor
5
I've ever seen
minutes
in my life.
later,
Yeah.
they
yeah.
come back.
That
Yeah.
was a great take.
was great.
Yeah.
Did you want pizza today? Yeah.
Oh, you just
Yeah.
killed me.
Oh yeah, sorry for that
But-
delay. Let's move on.
But there's that thing too of the actor chasing the ball, because if you let that get to you, you're like, oh my God, they didn't like me, and then you're sitting there going like, your next take, you're like this instead of, go get the ball, you know. And so you change it, and there's an amazing phenomenon. I don't know if there are actors, future actors and actors out there, but there's an amazing phenomenon. If you try to give the product or the producer what he wants, you can do it perfectly, and for sure you'll never get the job. For sure you'll never get the job, because you're not being, you're presenting. And you know, and at the same token, you'll get a job so often when you're something that they completely didn't expect. You know, so you just never know. So you've got to make the audition the whole process. I'm here to have fun. This is my sandbox. Yippee! And you play.
Yeah.
You know? So, and it is true though, you can in a session, but you can mess with yourself, but if you stay focused on that ball and you're like, okay, because you keep working while they're doing that, and you just focus, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. I improvise. I love to improvise. But I don't just throw it out there. I also think about it, and then I throw it out there. I'll write down 10 different improv ideas and then do them while they're going, I can't stand this actor. You know, I'm in there trying to do, you know, what my next thing is.
Do you have a line that you did that they didn't write for you, and you improvised it, and it became iconic?
That's a very good question. You know, in the process, I never know whose idea things are.
Okay.
That's the best way
It's
to.
generous,
I mean, you
right?
know, it's a me Mario or woohoo, or I mean, I walked around going woohoo, and I was doing woohoo as the improvised thing, you know, for years, and that's. But you know, where does it, you know, or spaghetti, ravioli? You just never know where ideas come from or what things are. But it's amazing how many things are part of the world culture. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice
Cool.
outfit. Thank you for
Yeah, I love
cosplaying,
it.
everybody.
Love it.
Love
Yes.
cosplay. Isn't that the greatest? Again, SacAnime makes this beautiful, safe, wonderful place. If they could just stop the rain.
I'll talk to Scott
Hello
about that.
again, you three.
Hi.
So this question is mainly for Samantha, but Kenny, Charles, you can chime in if you want to. How would Peach and Toad sound like if they were somehow possessed, captured by Mario?
We don't know.
I don't know. That's a new scenario.
You know, and the thing is too, is because I appreciate the creativity of the question. The thing is, what we do is we bring our truths to each character, and so it would be sort of like we have to be careful not to go, oh, okay, let me do Mario's voice saying, you know, somebody else's lines, because that would be outside the ideal dream of Nintendo for us to be out there doing things. So we're all very careful because we're also aware that Nintendo is so incredibly great to us. So we don't want to do something that would be like, you know, like playing with the character voice, but then doing another line or another actual voice of it is outside of what I think would be appreciated. Though I appreciate the question.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Good question.
Thank you, though.
Thank you guys for being here. Glad to have you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hey, I've seen you.
Is that Cole? No. Yeah? No. What's your name?
Cameron.
Cameron. It's
Cameron.
Cameron. That's right. Okay.
All right, so how do you guys feel, this is a question for all of you, that you can relate to your characters in some way, shape, or form in your everyday life?
Well,
Good.
I used to be a lot angrier than I am now. I was an angry person, but I've since been nicer. But as an actor, I can still be an angry person. Yeah, well, you know, you have to get in there. You have to give it everything you've got.
For me, I don't know, like when I was a little girl, I always wore long dresses. And everyone was like, that's weird, you know, that's so not cool. And I just loved everything princessy. And, you know, who knew that could become a job? But it, you know, it's just, to me, what I like about Peach is that she's always innocent and sweet, and she's also determined, you know, like she's gonna show up, and so I like that too. And I don't know, the world's kind of weird, and sometimes if you can hold that innocence and that strength and just show up, then nothing can harm you, and that's what I feel is so beautiful about Peach.
I'm glad you asked that, because actors, every character has to be true. It's just the size of it. You know, film, you just have to feel something or think it, and it comes out because your head is the size of 100,000 watermelons put together. In voice acting, you have to be really kind of big, but it always has to be true. And the truth for me that I love about Mario is the innocence, the joy, the happiness, the fun, the love, the truth, the devotion, the commitment, the loyalty, the trustworthiness. Those are character aspects that I try to achieve in my life. And, you know, I also love Luigi's trepidation and fear and anxiety because I experienced those myself too. And always, it's like if you can conquer your fear or do what gives you that anxiousness, you know, all those things that your voice inside is telling you are going to destroy you, but are actually making you stronger, you know. So I relate to those characters so much, and I also relate to the grumpiness. And I don't with me, you know, things too. But you know, I love the characters, and I think that one of the things that I think the characters has slightly in common is there is an innocence. Even in the evil of Bowser, there's an innocent playfulness, like Wario and Waluigi. There's an innocent, you know, things. Because the negative aspect of emotion and personality is, you know, self-pity is, I feel so sorry for myself, therefore I can do anything to anybody else I want, you know? And this is how we think and how we justify doing things that are bad, you know?
That sounds just like Bowser.
Hmm?
That sounds just like Bowser.
Yeah.
I think I described him on the TV interview the other day, yesterday, that he's like an angry child.
Yeah, yeah. And the great thing about being an actor is you have to look deeper and deeper and deeper into yourself. Because what you do as a character actor is you look deeper and deeper and deeper into the character, and why do they do these things? And so you have to know these things. So you have to know these things about yourself, and so that is a sort of like doorway into personal growth for me personally. You know.
It's a good question, Cameron. That's really
yeah,
smart.
it's a lovely question.
I have always heard, like, as a voice actor, you need to find your character. You have to. Most of the time, you'll relate to it in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've heard yours. They're good.
Yeah, it's so great.
Thank you very much.
And thank you again for the lovely gift. That's so sweet. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks,
hey, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Again.
Hello again.
Hi.
Hello again.
So my question for Mr. Martinet is, as of Super Mario Odyssey, Mario now wears a sentient hat on his head. What are your impressions? What are your thoughts on that?
Wait, I'm not quite hearing. Not hearing.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Stay a little bit farther back from the microphone. It'll pick up everything you say.
So, as of a Super Mario Odyssey, Mario now wears a sentient cap upon his head.
Yes.
What's your impression?
Cappy? What's my impression of Cappy? I love Cappy. You know, I walked into the studio, you know, and I'm like, I'm always so happy to be going to the studio, and I see you start. I saw some animation. I went, oh my gosh, this is magical. As soon as I saw that first action, that first, and it was like, oh, this is so great. And I was right. It's a magical game. It's so brilliant. I love with Nintendo that the most first game you ever see and the most recent game you ever see, there is that playful, joyful, innocent line that goes through all of it, all to there. The music, the characterizations, and it just, that Cappy is something I could never think of in a million years. And I can imagine how fun it must be to have that sort of mind to create that way. Must be great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
My reaction to Cappy was, what?
Yeah.
I was like, that's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know that he would be able to get Bowser with it, though. I wasn't aware of that.
That was so cute. Yeah.
That was a surprise.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi there.
Hi.
I have a question about Toad.
Yes.
How are you able to still talk normally while doing that voice for so many years?
Did you hear that okay?
Yeah, how are you still able to talk normally after doing Toad's voice for so many years? Great question. It's so fun with that voice because the guys who do the directing know that that's a hard voice to do. So the way we do it when we're recording is we'll always start with Peach, because that's a lot easier. And then if we do Toad stuff, we'll start with the lower key stuff, the more gentle stuff, and get higher and higher energy, because by the end, it is gone. And if you've ever tried to do that voice, it only, after 4 hours, you're like, whew, that's it. So it's a great question, but I mean, it's still hanging in there. I drink a lot of water. Clean living, I don't know. I just have fun, and it's still there. So, and I love that voice. That's a voice. I was talking about this yesterday, that I didn't know, I hadn't played any of the games when I did the audition, but I have a voice that I've always done since I was a little girl, and my mom would tuck me into bed, and I had a little puppet named Cedric, and he was a dog, and he would go, Cedric, you know, and he would talk like that, and my mom would just be like, oh, this child, you know, like, please go to sleep, and that voice ended up when I did the audition of being a match for Jen Taylor to get that role, which was amazing to me, you know, and so I've been actually doing that voice since I was 11, so I think it's just a voice that I'll probably always do, I hope, yeah. Thank you for the question. Thanks for understanding that, too, that it's a little hard. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really give it your all with every single tape. There's no holding back. So by the end of the session, you're exhausted.
Spent. Yeah,
but you
it's
do
true.
drink a lot of water, yeah?
Yep, that's true. Then you have to go to the bathroom for the whole session. So.
Oh yeah, a 2-hour session. I'll drink 5
Look
of
at
these.
you.
You're
just look
amazing.
spectacular.
Woo, you guys, look at her.
Look at Now, are you going to explode onto the scene with a dynamite question? I punned. I think I was that a pun? I punned. Yippee.
And scene.
Yeah. You look fantastic.
Thank you. My question is, besides your character, what other character do you like from the Mario universe?
I believe I've actually answered. I think I answered this question before.
I thought you were going to say nobody.
Nobody.
No one?
It's Bowser.
I don't like none of yous. Yous all is no good. I think we had that. I think we did have that question, you and I together, and my answer took you by surprise. I think because I said Mario. Because of
Oh, that's so nice.
practically for the same reason that Charles would say, and it's just because he's so happy and so upbeat through all that adversity, and he just keeps going. I have to tear him down a little bit because it's Mario, but.
What's
no,
your
for me,
favorite?
Mario.
What's your favorite?
Yoshi and Toad.
Yoshi.
Really?
Oh,
That's
I love
nice. Yeah, Yoshi isn't great. You know, it's where don't you ever have like days where you like one character and then you're like, now I'm gonna switch over and I'm feeling this now, you know? But I don't know. Everyone likes Mario for the most part, and I'm also a big Yoshi fan.
I named my lovebird after Yoshi.
You did? That's sweet. Aw.
Little pudgy, fat lovebird.
Yay. I love all the characters.
That's a good
They're
name for him.
just so fantastic to me. I fall in love with Kirby, with Link. I mean,
That's right. You're right.
Really,
Oh my gosh.
Princess Peach, Mrs. Daisy, Rosalinda. Every time there's somebody else, it's like, oh, you're kidding, really? It's just so sweet. It touches my heart when I see these happy, beautiful, innocent things. Because I just think, in life, as you get older, you can choose to be. It's easy to become cynical, and if you have the chance to choose innocence, to not think that you know all the answers of that this is going to happen. It's easy to get that sort of like jaded, and if you can re-choose innocence, it just creates new light in the life in world, and I feel like that's what these characters are. They have a light of innocence that is just so beautiful. So I love them all.
Good. Give Yoshi a hug from us too.
Yay!
Thanks, mates. Stay sexy.
Thank you.
Yay!
Tiptoe carefully. I love the little singe in the hair and everything. It's just so great.
Hi.
Another great cosplay. Hi.
Wow.
So I do admit, I feel like this outfit's a little too posh for my taste. It's not my type. Anyways, I have a big question, not just for you three, but everybody in this room. Can you see Luigi as a ghostbuster?
Yeah, I think the answer
Sure,
is
why
solid.
not?
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
The majority has spoken.
Can you tell me why and how?
Well, I mean, it's,
There are ghosts in the castle that need busting.
There are ghosts. There are ghosts in the mansion.
Boo.
I'm kind of hoping for some new attachments, though, you know, for those hard-to-reach ghosts underneath the staircase and behind the curtains, you know.
Yeah.
Those are the tough ones. You need that new.
Yeah, like
you
a
know.
Roomba, but for ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to recommend
Dyson.
Dyson.
You're going to go top
if
of
you
the
work for
line,
Dyson,
baby.
this
Top
is
of the line.
That's a shameless plug. Dyson vacuum
All right,
cleaners.
very nice.
Today's cleaning for tomorrow. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
You're adorable.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So great, these costumes. Another great costume.
Hey.
Hi. This is cosplay day.
Hi, my name is Sora, and I heard a rumor that said that at least one of you actually says goodbye, good night to each of his or her characters before you go to bed. Is that true, and how do you do it?
Not me.
What?
Say goodnight to your character before you go to bed? Do you? Bowser! You did?
Oh, you big fuzzy
Sora,
buggle.
You just
I don't. I don't. No. I actually haven't heard
you
that.
can
so.
tell us. You can totally
No,
tell us.
No.
Come on, Kenny.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, but I do keep many versions of Bowser in my studio in front of my computer monitor. They are my mascots in my studio. So
Do you talk to them?
I do. I have talked with them.
Do they talk back?
Sort of.
Aw.
Kind of. I mean, you know, I have to do the voice back.
Back, yeah.
It just comes naturally.
Do you say good night, Bowser, and then
I love you.
how would that
No,
sound?
it really doesn't go quite that deep. Mostly it'd be all like, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this, and it's like, and I'm like, don't laugh at me. So it's just that simple. But no, I
more
I don't
manly.
say goodnight
Yeah,
to them.
That's good. Thank you, Sora. That was such a cute question.
It's such a cute question.
So, like, both either of you do that?
No?
I have all the plush dolls in my, I just.
You
from
sleep
one
with
to
them?
the next one.
What?
See,
I
don't
am
sleep
learning
with
so
Bowser.
much today.
That's so cute. Good night, Mario. Good night, Luigi. Good night, Wario. Good night, Waluigi. Good night, Bowser. Good night. Good night.
Baby
Good night, Yoshi.
Mario.
Good night, baby Mario. Good night, baby Luigi. Good night, Princess Peach. Good night, Princess Daisy.
So
Good
it's
night,
like the
Rosalinda.
Waltons. You guys remember that?
No, they don't know the Waltons.
That'd be so
there's
cute.
Oh, see, there's a few
There's
that
two.
remember the
There's
Waltons.
four. Yep. Awesome. Thank you, Sora.
That is kind of a
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night, John boy.
Yeah. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Wait, to save time, I'll give this question only to Samantha. So, what's the funniest line you've ever recorded?
Oh gosh, which ones do I like? I think lately the one I'm thinking about is, did I win?
Aww.
Because people hate that. They're like, I'm so tired of hearing that line now. It's like you hear it a lot. You're going, oh no.
I was kind of hoping you'd say, "Oh, Mario."
Oh, Mario. Oh.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. So my question is, if so, we know that Illumination is making a Mario animated movie. So if you were offered the roles, given that they're fully voice acted with dialogue, would you take them?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, I can't imagine a more
yes.
wonderful honor and joy than to do the pinnacle of our careers. Of course we do that, but of course we have no idea until what's going to happen. So and that is certainly not in our domain. But yeah, it's
Thanks
a
for
lovely
asking.
question.
Yes.
Thanks for asking.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Let's put that on tape. Yes, I would. I'm looking right at the camera. Yes, I would.
Hi.
Hi. First off, I want to say thank you so much for doing it. You made my childhood gaming fun.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you.
Say that.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So this question is mainly for Mario, but you guys can answer too.
Okay.
So how do you, as Mario, if you were in his shoes, how would you feel about Peach always keep getting kidnapped?
Well, that's what I love about Mario is that the faithfulness, the joy, the love, the companionship, the ability to face adversity with a let's go. I think that's so marvelous. That's what I try to do more in my life, but I'm more Luigi.
You're more Luigi?
A lot more Luigi. Mario. That's me. Yeah. What about you?
That's gotta be
Getting kidnapped. You know what I do? I think there's a sweetness between Mario and Peach, and that's one of the really fun things to play with, when we're doing lines and stuff. And yeah, and it's more complex with Bowser. I'm sorry, Bowser.
It is more complex.
Look at him.
He's pokier than I am.
He is a bit.
He's about
A
pokier.
bit.
He's gonna start playing it up now.
I think that Bowser needs Peach so that he can prevent her from undoing the things that he's done. Because she's magical, she's the only one that can really do it.
I really thought this out. That's awesome. That's good.
I'm like, doesn't that make sense?
It
I
does.
keep turning things into other things, and I'm not very nice at times, and I don't want you to fix it.
Oh.
We love you, Bowser.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. We only have a couple more minutes, but we're going to try to
we'll
go
go
through
fast.
everybody. You
We'll go
betcha.
fast, yeah.
Speed round.
Hi.
Hi. This is probably not the best last-minute question, but it's mainly for Charles. But
Hi.
I wanted to ask, was your experience doing the voice acting for WarioWare Gold any different from what you usually do since you got to do full voice-acted lines compared to, Yahoo! I still got sushi, and I still got to sit there and playing. But it is different, of course, doing full lines and recording things. It depends. There are different ways that you record. Sometimes you see the animation going, and you go to it. That's ADR, dialogue replacement. Sometimes you just have a script, and whenever you have it, for me, it's all fun and it's all play. So I just love it. Different, yes. Same, yes, too. Yeah. Doing Wario, no less. Okay.
Yeah. Have a rotten day. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
Good
very
question.
much.
Thank
Thank you. Always fun.
Hi.
Hi.
My main question is for Samantha.
Yay.
How did you do the voice of Peach?
How?
Yeah.
When I first did it, I was matching Jen Taylor. They played me a little bit of it, and it was so easy. And it was just one of those things. I don't know why. I hadn't played the game before then. Then I started playing after that and loved it. But I had never played it, heard it. I just heard the clip of her doing it and tried to imitate it. And they, I think she was sick that day, and they chose me. So I was like, yay! And then after that, they just kept calling me. So. I don't know. I think I've always loved princesses, and I think she's a particularly darling character, and that voice comes really easy for me. I have kind of a high-pitched voice, so it works. Although Peach is a little higher. Sometimes I'll do it, and they're like, you need a drink of water. She's sounding too low. So thank you for asking that.
You're welcome.
Yay.
you.
Love you.
Yay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Dun, da, da, da.
Hi.
You can pin that.
You can take it off. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
perfect.
there you go.
Yay.
My question is, like for Mario mostly, like when you were doing Mario and then they got the call to do like more voice actions, like what was your reaction to it? Like were you like excited to do it?
Yippee!
Like with
You know,
Mario.
it's just been so many wonderful gifts. I was doing Mario in real time, and then one day I go to Consumer Electronics Show, and there's this marvelous character, Wario. And they said, do a voice to that, and I did. And then one day there was Donkey Kong, Mario in real time, Mert, Wario in real time, Wirt, Donkey Kong in real time, Dirt. And then, I go in the studio one day and they're like, Meh! There's this character, do a voice to him, and then the babies, and it's just been one tremendous gift after another. I'm so grateful to Nintendo, and grateful for everybody for enjoying the games, and grateful to work with people like that. I am just so blessed and so fortunate to do what I absolutely love to do. It's a dream come true, and that's why I always wish it, certainly for you, to live your dreams, to find what gives you tremendous joy and happiness. Because it's a guarantee it'll bring happiness to others if you do.
All right,
When you
thank
do.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody. Really, it's such an incredible joy to be here.
We love having you here. Thank you, Samantha, and thank you, Kenny, for coming as well.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
Oh,
golly.
You guys.
Oh. I'm going to ask a favor. Let's do a picture with the three of us, with our, like, looking, and you guys standing behind us going, yippee, or something like that, woohoo, and you take it from above.
Okay, I'll take
so
it.
we get an audience picture with everybody, because it's just phenomenal to look out there and see all you wonderful people. Would you mind coming this way? And there you go. That's it. Yeah. Come and fill in this area in the front. Yeah, that's not my camera. No, you're the whole idea is the three of us. Oh,
Where's
great.
what's going?
Away.
Okay. So.
Well, you're the tall guy, Charles. You're making the short guy do
We're
this.
gonna need a chair. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. We're gonna come in really close.
You just selfie it, or when you wanna?
Ready? Okay, ready? Okay, ready? And then this is like a yippee. And then, okay. Now we're gonna do a little video.
Yeah!
And that's what. Shall we do that? I'll go right. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, you guys. That's so great. Thank you.